Stay tuned for Hailey's exit interview.
Hi, I'm Nick from the Clutch Staff. Today we'll be interviewing Hailey for Exit.
Hi, I'm Hailey.
Hi. First question.
You started a game with Shenango as the red team of all girls. How do you feel about in the first episode, and how do you think about the game would have been different for you if you started in a co-ed team?
Honestly, I don't know how they split the teams up, but like I know there was like an all guys team. Mine was all girls. There was one that had like majority guys, 2 girls, and there was another one that was all guys. So like I know when it came to the all guys one, they were not expecting us to come out in like second. They were expecting to like dominate us. But I think having an all girls team was honestly really fun. Like, I work better with girls than I do guys, so I honestly don't think anything would have been different if I was with an all-guys group, because the guys weren't really dominating by themselves.
In episode 2, you were there when Katie found the idol clue in the pineapple at the challenge, and she chose to gift the second idol to Jake. Do you feel that locked in an alliance that night with Katie and Jake?
For sure. I feel like Katie was the one who wanted to give it to Jake, because Jake was like the one that was like nicest to her, and I think it was more to form an alliance with the guys, especially with Jake. And I think Jake, out of all the guys that were in his group, he was the best one to pick. And I think at the time we were looking for an alliance with someone, so that just kind of helped us form an alliance with Jake and his team.
In episode 8, at the Among Us Challenge, you were the last crewmate in the maze, and so close to finishing your task to win immunity and an advantage, but Marcus the imposter eliminated you. How do you feel about that? What was your strategy in that game?
Honestly, there was no strategy. It was more of like try to get all of my tasks done as quickly as I could. I was like 1 away from finishing it, and I knew it was Marcus. I was just waiting for him to sneak up on me at that point.
In episode 6, at the swimming pool, you're very close in the pickleball diving board challenge to beating Jake and getting your first individual immunity win. Tell us about that experience.
You have your arm out with a pickleball, like you have your pickleball on there, and you just have to like balance it. It sounds so super easy and simple, not hard at all. But let me tell you what, my shoulder was giving out. My arm was fine, it was the shoulder, and it was just Jake and I was just like, come on Jake, just drop that ball. But I ended up dropping my ball. That was super stupid.
Also, in episode 4, you took on the football toss, part of the relay, as well as the yoga ball toss. Tell us how you ended up with those, and what was your strategy going in?
figuring that one out. No one really wanted those roles, so Katie and I were like, we'll do that. We'll throw the yoga ball and then we'll do the football toss and everything. So there's just kind of something we kind of decided to do. There was really no strategy for that.
In episode 7, you and Anthony weren't able to figure out how to set up your camping tent and never got to attempt the other task. Tell us about that night.
So Anthony picked me to be on his team, which I was honored that he chose me. He ended up missing one of the bags, so we were a little bit behind when it came to setting up the tent. I'm not much of a camper, so when it comes to setting up a tent, I have no idea how to set up a tent. He knew how to set up a tent, so I was just going with what he was saying. Here he was putting the tent up wrong. I did not know he was putting the tent up wrong. So either way, it just happened, and we weren't the only one that was struggling with the tent. Poor Katie and her partner, they weren't doing any better either, so, it just kind of happened.
What did you enjoy most about being a castaway in the first season of Survivor Bloomsburg?
I feel like I had so much fun. When I saw that you guys were doing this, I was like, why don't I just sign up and see if I get in? Why not? What else am I gonna do on a Tuesday? I was like, the whole point of college is to, go out and experience different things and have fun with it. So I was like, this sounds like fun. Why not? And yeah, I had so much fun doing it, and I would definitely do it again. I mean, I made it further than what I thought I would. I remember telling my mom, I was like, watch, I'm gonna get voted off the first episode, because that's just my luck. And I made it to week 8, so, did pretty good.
Some castaways said you were more quieter this season, and they didn't really get to talk to you much about strategy.
So maybe just talking to them more, and maybe forming more connections with other people. But at the same time, even though I didn't do that, they didn't really do that with me either. Which, when it comes to that stuff, it is a two-way street. So, I could have done things better. They could have done things better. So, it is what it is.
And any final thoughts or feelings related to the show?
I guess my final thoughts are I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. Definitely, I feel like I made friendships, and no matter what happens, especially with the girls, I would love to still hang out with them outside of Survivor. There's no bad blood, whether they voted for me off or not. I probably would have done the same, not gonna lie. So there's no hard feelings. I just hope a girl can win this.